Hello, lovely people, and welcome to the second day in our third week of our Build Your Handstand 30-Day Challenge. Let's jump in straight away with a warm-up. And let's start by stepping the legs here into a medium wide straddle and then just swing the arms here left to right. Give yourself a pat on the back. In a very similar way, just activating here this spiraling motion in the spine. Okay, great. And then take that into an actual turn, reaching to the back, looking behind you. Reach, reach, and reach. And then take that into a diagonal. Remember, don't force anything. It's about creating length and the gentle twist here. Keep the hip bones pointing to the front. And then take that into a higher diagonal. Try to follow the hands with your eyes. And slightly higher. Okay, great. Very nice. Bring that down. And touch the hand below the right knee. Come back up to a very straight, long, straight line, feeling like you're rising up tall through the crown of the head up towards the ceiling. As you lift to the other side, touch below the knee. Keep the stomach pulled in towards the spine and touch below the knee. And touch, and touch, 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 and touch. Okay, great. Let's come to our curve and open exercise. The legs are hip width apart, feet parallel, and bend the knees. Curve to the front. Open to the back. Now, you've done this many times. Really try to make sure you reach behind you with the fingertips. Elbows are straight, and you are in a diagonal here. And let's go for 10 in 1 and 2. Really push into the curve of the upper back. 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10. Okay, great. Come down here now onto the floor into a 4-point position. And sit back on the heels. Turn the fingers of the right hand here in. And push down with the other hand. And then align your shoulder above the wrist and circle above the wrist. Change direction. Keep the elbow straight. And change hand. Fingers of the left hand pointing inwards, push down and circle. The straighter you keep the elbow, the bigger the stretch is going to be. And change direction. Okay, great. Come back to your 4-point position and walk the hands in all directions, fingers pointing in all directions, pointing inwards and outwards, diagonal and front, and really make sure that you push off with the tips of the fingers here. Push off with the tips of the fingers, really pushing off the floor. Push off the floor, push off the floor, push off, push off, push off. Push off, push off. Okay, great. Now push yourself back onto your feet here into a squat position, stretching the Achilles first, keeping a little bit of weight here in the hands. And then just try to adjust your stance in a way that it doesn't feel too confined here or too restricted, and this should be a pleasant stretch across your Achilles and your calves. It shouldn't pinch the front of your feet. All right, let's straighten the legs using the weight of the head to come deeper into the stretch here. And now try to find a position either with the legs very straight or with the legs slightly bent where you feel like you can release a maximum amount of tension from your back. I, for example, really like to hold on to my feet here so that I rest a little bit of weight on the feet, and then I bend my elbows against my shins, and this for me is a really great position to not have too much weight pulling on my hamstrings, but so just enough control so that I can kind of deepen the stretch and keep my weight a little bit off the floor and then deepen the stretch again. And put the hands back on the floor. Let's come back to a squat. Reach to the front. And straighten, use the weight of the head to deepen the stretch. Squat. Reach to the front. Stretch. One more time. Squat. Stretch. Walk the hands to the front. Bring the left foot through into a lunge here. Find your lunge position. And then let's pull the left knee further to the front, creating length and depth in the hips. Knee pulls to the front as the hips slightly deepen and go lower towards the floor. Experiment with different positions here of the hands. Do you want to have them flat? Do you want to be up on your fingertips? Do you want to be on your fists? Do you maybe want to have blocks next to you? It's very important to find positions in these stretches where you feel like you can have enough, if not comfort, then at least lack of strain so that you can ease into the stretch and find elements of release. Let's straighten the front leg. And again here, first think length. Lengthen the spine before you gently come closer to the leg. Flex the foot. Point the foot. Flex the left. Point the left. Bring the left leg back and now step the right in between your hands. Again, find your lunge. And then reach further to the front with the right knee, lengthening into the stretch, bringing the hips lower to the floor. And straighten the front leg. First lengthen the spine, and then come a little bit closer to the leg. And flex the right foot, point, flex the right foot, point, flex, and point. Bring the right leg back and come meet me here in a seated position. Hands behind you here on the floor, knees come up and feet come off the floor, and we bring the knees to the left, right, left, right, left. Right, and 8 and 9 and 10. Let's aim for 16, 12 and 14 and 16. Okay, great. Very good. Let's turn around one more time here to your 4-point position. Lift the right hand off the floor, thumb pointing upwards. Lift as high as you can here with the thumb pointing upwards, keeping the stomach pulled in towards the spine. Hold it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring it back down, other side. Left thumb points upwards. Up, 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 up. Don't open the chest. Keep the stomach pulled in, ribs flat. Hold a bit higher for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring the arm down. Now take your elevation or go close to your elevation. So we are going to do our shoulder opening stretch today here with the elevation. You can put a cushion or blanket on your elevation if it's a hard top surface like mine here. If you feel like it's a little bit too painful for your arms to rest your weight on it. And then rest your arms on the elevation and step the knees slightly back. And then come into some kind of child's position here, but with the arms stretched out, and then you push yourself up on your fingertips here. So you may have to adjust the position slightly in a way that allows you to sink the shoulders as low as possible here. So for me, it would be here. You can be in any other position like this as well, anything that allows you to sort of find that shoulder stretch. Gentle shoulder stretch here. You can look to the floor. It's just basically like a child's position, but in different variations, and different things will work different people. So you can keep the hips high, or you can also lower the hips here. Okay, great. And come out of the position and push yourself up on your elevation here. And now let us swing the leg, the swinging leg of the kick up. Let's just simulate the kick off the kick up before we add the jump as well. So step the left leg into the center, bring the right leg behind you. Now I want you to really swing this leg up as high as possible, but it's going to stop at some point. So what I'm not doing is swinging it sort of in an uncontrolled way, but it's kind of more like hitting a bit further than 90 degrees and then stopping it so that you can use the momentum that you generated, yeah, to pull you up. An uncontrolled movement is not the best way to swing the leg up. It's better to kick it up to a certain point, stop it, and that is what will help you to pull up the body. If that makes sense, right? So let's just try that a few times, that from here you really swing the leg upwards. But what I'm not doing is I'm not arching my back, I'm not opening the chest. I keep the stomach pulled in towards the spine here. So naturally here in the hips, my leg I'm stopping my leg. I'm stopping just before my point of maximum mobility here, just a little bit further than 90 degrees, right? I consciously stop the leg here. I keep it straight and I consciously stop it. Imagine that you're hitting, that there's a low ceiling at this height and you're hitting the wall there, okay? Let's try to do this 5 times in a row. And so the reason why that's also important is because you can pull muscles in the legs if you are doing very uncontrolled kick-ups that then pull the hips open to the side. And all of that is stuff that we don't want. We want to have a controlled leg movement that brings up the hips and then eventually the second leg. So hands on your elevation, right leg is behind you. Let's swing it up vigorously, but creating a stop a bit further than 90 degrees here for 5. And swing it up and 3 and 4 and 5. Yeah, so imagine that you're hitting a low ceiling that is just a bit higher than your hips. Left leg behind you. Swing up and swing up and swing up and swing up and swing up. Okay, great. So the next exercise will be the one where we also push off the foot, and I would encourage you to now really make sure that you absolutely do not open the chest to the front, because we're not really doing a kick up yet. It's a prep exercise, so you have the luxury, so to say, to to pay more attention to what happens in your torso. And that's going to become really important later on when we do the kick-ups, that you don't open the chest, but that you keep the back rounded. So keep the core engaged, pull towards the spine, and round the back already. Let's swing and push for 5 with each leg. Right leg steps into the center. Left leg is behind you. Lifts off the floor. And then let's bend and push to the point of your toes. Round the back already here. And push. Keep the stomach pulled in. Push. And stop the leg when it's at the top. Push. And push. Okay, great. Change legs. Remember to stop the leg that you whack up as fast as you, as hard as you can, but you need to stop it as well. And bend and push. And bend and push. And bend and push. Bend, push. Bend, push. Okay, great. Very nice. Fantastic. Make a little bit of space. Let us do a mini handstand here on the floor just to warm up the shoulder line a bit. Push yourself up, push the hips up as high as possible, really high. Elevate the shoulders, round the back. Hold it here with me for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and come down, bend the knees, come back up to standing. Let's roll the shoulders back for 1, 2, 3, to the front. 1, 2, 3. Okay, great. Same thing, but this time we are going to lift one leg straight, knee straight, as high as you can. On your toes, high up on your toes, yeah, on your point. So come into your mini handstand position, step the feet in, round the back, and shoulders are pushed out. Left foot steps into the center on your point. Now look in between your fingers. Lift the right leg up behind you as high as you can while keeping the knee straight for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Change legs. Right leg is in the center, pushed high up on your toes. High up, high up. Lift the leg. Really, really straight knee. Very straight knee. Look in between your hands for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Both feet down onto the floor. The knees bend, come back up to standing. Wonderful, very good. So you feel that this is hard work in the legs, right? Handstands are hard work for the legs as well. Who would have thought? 2 minutes for your own stretch, sip of water, and then meet me against the wall for our wall handstand exercises. Okay, before we start, let's open up the shoulder line once with our wall shoulder stretch. Hands here in front of you, step the feet hip width apart, allow the shoulders to come through here. Find length in the shoulders. And breathe. Come out of the stretch. Okay, great. Now let's try to implement the exercise we just did with lifting the leg into the halfway handstand here with the elevation. So we're going to step up onto the elevation and then lift one leg up high and keep the leg straight, keep the knee straight, right? You can flex your top foot and think of pushing the heels up towards the ceiling. That can really help sometimes to straighten the leg, straighten the knee, and then push the leg higher. Let's try to hold these for 12 seconds. And hands on the floor, right leg steps up, left leg joins. Now position the left leg in the center and lift the right foot up. As high as possible, you can flex the right foot. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Step down 1, 2. Exit roots, remember, feet to the floor. Consciously tell yourself foot, foot, so that you develop the reflex to step down onto the floor and not just sort of slide down, bending your arms, kissing the floor, because that's not what we want. Okay, roll the shoulders back for 1, 2, 3. To the front, 1, 2, and 3. Other side. And hands on the floor. Step the left foot up. Step the right foot up. The upper back is not touching the wall. Now push the left leg up as high as possible, keeping the left knee absolutely straight. Straight for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Step down 1, 2. Okay, fabulous, very good. Make a bit of space for your swing and jump exercise. Be proud of yourself. These ones, they're not easy. If you don't get them straight away and you find the position quite awkward, film yourself and then you see what's going on. It also really isn't a big deal if you cannot lift the leg as high as I do it here, right? That should not be your guideline. Your guideline should be that your knee is, the top leg is straight. Let's do swing and jump. 4 sets of 4. Don't be too close to the wall. One time the length of your hand here away from the wall. Hands on the floor. Find a good position of your right foot here in the center. Left leg's behind you. It is straight. Already your back is round. You are looking in between your fingers. Let's swing and jump, really pushing the leg high for 1. And bend and jump, push off. And bend and jump, push off. 1 more. Bend and jump, push off. Okay, great. Fantastic. The benefit of keeping the back leg straight is that you have so much more momentum going up. If you bend your top leg, you lose momentum because it's like your foot is there, but the foot is the lightest part of your body. You don't want to get your foot there. You want to get your hips there. Let's change legs. Hands in position. Look at your elbows. Are they straight? Look at your shoulders. Are they in line with your wrists? And step the left into the center. Round the back already and keep the back round. And then swing and push off. And bend and push off. Bend and push. Bend and push. Fantastic, very good. Come back up to standing. Swing the arms front and back. Gentle swing. 2 more sets. You're past kindergarten now. I'm going to challenge you now. You are entering the primary school stage of handstand practice. Okay, other side. Let's go again. Hands in position. Elbows are very straight. The back is very round. Now bend and straighten, push. Bend and push. Bend and push off. Bend and really swing the leg and push off. That's it. Good. Very good. Fantastic. Well done. Right? I'm going to keep repeating the same components over and over again. You have to round the back, keep it more round because you want to get your torso there. You have to swing the leg up, keep it straight because you want to get your hips there and then the legs. Shoulders, torso, hips, legs. That's how it stacks. 1 more set. Hands on the floor. and round back. And let's bend the knee and push off and swing the leg. Bend the knee and push off. Bend and push. Bend and push. Okay, fantastic. Very good. Take a breather, and then we are going to do halfway handstands with the wall. Let's do big arm circles here, just to get a bit of space into the shoulders. Lift the arms up above you and big shoulder circles with the arms straight. And breathe. Okay, great. Very good. Remember, take the legs rather higher than lower. Keep the knees bent. If you still need a little bit more time to develop your shoulder mobility, make sure your body is in a diagonal. Let's go for 15 seconds and 2 sets. Hands on the floor. Step the right leg up. Step the left leg up. Stay up here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Step down 1, 2. Very good. Excellent. Great. So in this halfway handstand, you can look at the wall if you want. It will help you with the shoulder opening as well. Take a breather, and then we do this one more time. And hands on the floor. Step up the right leg. Step up the left leg. Elevate the shoulders to the ears as much as you can. Hold it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Step down 1, 2. Roll back up. Wonderful. Very good. Let's do a little stretch and finish the class the way we started it, by stepping the legs into a medium wide straddle position, swinging the arms left and right. Here, patting yourself on the back. Okay, and then reach behind you into a diagonal. Reach, gentle reach, don't force anything. Bring it up to the horizontal. And a bit higher into a diagonal. Higher diagonal. Alright, and then bring that down. Let's open and close for 6. Really curve the back, bend the knees, and arms come to the front. Into a diagonal. Really curve, bring the arms to the front. Diagonal. Curve. Diagonal. Now next time you curve, take hold of the left wrist with the right hand, pull it into a diagonal, and then lean into the back to get a nice back stretch. Come out of the stretch. Other side, same thing. Take hold of your right wrist with the left, pull it across the front. Lean into the back. Come out of the stretch. Okay, great. Interlock the fingers behind you. Straighten the elbows. Allow the chest to come to the front here. Really pull the shoulder blades together. Pull the stomach in towards the spine. And gently release the elbows first, then the fingers. Roll the shoulders back for 1, 2, 3. Pull them up to your ears. Release everything down. Pull them up to your ears. Release everything down. And bring the hands up here on your chest. Once. Let's pull the shoulders up and breathe in at the same time. And then drop the chest, melt the chest down, the shoulders down, and the arms by your side. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you very much for practicing with me again today. We are almost there to do our kick up against the wall. See you again tomorrow.